Hello everybody, it's Flesson19, and today I wanted to bring you a video that's something a little bit different. And then I know it might not be extremely popular, but I wanted to touch on something that was brought up by a post that was made. And it's not so much the post itself that is why I'm referring to it, but realistically what was behind it and exactly how my feelings are. So to get into this, I play Bannerlord, and that is all I ever do. That is what I love, is Bannerlord above all else. And I'm very passionate about that, and almost to a fault. I want to see it do well. I want things to go good. I want it to be a great game. And when I see things happening that are not going the way that they should, then that gets me frustrated. And sometimes that frustration might come off and look like it's, coming off the wrong way. In which the person said that, why do you complain so much? The game should be fun. And realistically, that post is 100% correct. The game should be fun. However, when a company is doing things that are causing a game not to be fun, that's what gets me frustrated. And when you deal with it so often that it just starts to build up, then you can all of a sudden blow your top. Which people that know me on the forums at least know that that's what I've done. And there are simple things that I think can be done that can help alleviate any of those types of problems. Case in point, when you have a problem in the game and you don't notify somebody of it, you make a change, and it takes 3 to 4 weeks to even get a simple 30-second response, I personally feel it's ridiculous. I don't understand why any developer can't hop on a computer for 30 seconds and type a message to explain it. I just don't see what it is. And it was a pretty big deal. We're not talking about some little stupid addition of something. We're talking about a major game mechanic that was changed and affected virtually everybody. And we could not get an answer for 3 to 4 weeks. That infuriated me. And it infuriated me enough that I actually put a video up criticizing Taleworld for doing that. That's the type of stuff that really makes my blood boil. And I try not to bring those out in my videos, as a lot of people that watch my videos know that I'm really a cool and level-headed person when I play. I'm laid back, I don't get too animated, but when it comes right down to it, I do not hold any punches. Meaning, when I think Taleworld is doing a good job, I will give them all the support and all the recognition that they deserve. However, when I feel like they are being substandard in what I think they should be doing, I'm going to call them out. I do not hold back any punches. And I don't do it just so I can save face and say, okay, well, if I do this, then maybe people at Taleworld won't like me and they won't maybe, give me information or whatever. I don't care about that. I could care less. I really could care less what they think about me. All I care about is trying to have the best game come out as possible. Now, some people could say that I'm overstepping my bounds or I'm just overreacting. And it's fair criticism. I will accept that. I'm definitely not going to sit here and say that I'm perfect in any way. But when you do simple little things and you fail to get people to recognize even the easiest things that little children can recognize, and you still get them arguing with you about it, and it takes weeks or months to get them to realize there's a problem, that's what really gets me angry. Case in point, what happened with Roguery? Roguery did not work. They said in the patch notes, Roguery is fixed. Then, when the patch rolls around in 1.5.6, it's not fixed. So, did the QA team actually make sure it was working? And if they did, then that means something happened in the patch to cause it not to work. Now, this is going to relate to what I have going on with caravans right now. I was told that caravans should be producing approximately 250 to 300 dinars a day, each caravan separately. I went and made a video in which I showed that they were making only 200 a day, which is far less than what they should be making. My response was, the QA team tested it and it's working. Now, this goes back to my previous statement. The QA team tested Roguery and it's working, but it doesn't work. Therefore, you can't always assume that because the QA team tested something prior to launch, that once it launched, it's fixed. You can't use that as a crutch or as an excuse to say everything is working fine. You can't do that. You have to take the time out to investigate the problem. Don't use it as an excuse. If somebody's bringing something to your attention, they're doing it because there's a problem. But when you don't feel like that the people that are actually taking care of something that you care about, then that kind of just gets you a little mad inside because you care about the product itself and you care about what it's going to become. But when you feel like the people making it don't care, then that can get you really upset because you've invested so much of your time into something that it can really make you a little bit angry. And that is the point that I kind of get to with Taleworld. As time is going on in these patches, things seem to be getting worse and worse and worse. From the rolling out of the patches taking longer, to the time in between hot fixes, to the communication, you take those three factors and look at 6 months ago compared to today, and they're completely different. Now, could that mean that they're actually losing some of their development staff to worry about other projects because Bannerlord has run its course on Steam and isn't making as much money? That's possible. But once again, as I'll tell you many times, I don't know, because they don't communicate with us. When you have to tell them, here's a problem, here's the evidence, and you wait a week, 2 weeks, and you get no response from them, yeah, it can get a bit frustrating. And when you, like I said, when you care about something, then that can really get on your nerves. And for me, Bannerlord is something that I am trying to make into something that I could do full time. However, I want to make sure that I'm going to be putting my faith into the right thing. So I'm going to invest all my effort into trying to make sure it's going to become that thing. Because you don't want to destroy something that is so great. It's like if you take Star Wars to what Disney did to it, you feel like they've destroyed it. It's still Star Wars, but it doesn't feel the same. And that's kind of how I see that Bannerlord is going. And with the way that the developers are kind of reacting. I don't hold back any punches. I'm going to call it like I see it. Whether it alienates me from Taleworld, it doesn't matter to me. What I want to try to do is give you guys an honest opinion. I'm not going to be swayed in either direction. I don't want Taleworld to be able to sway me because I'm trying to be on their good side. I don't want it to be that way. I want you guys to know that when you come to my channel and you see one of my videos, that you are going to get a 100% completely unbiased opinion of the game. There's nothing swaying me right or left. I'm going to be dead down the middle. So that way you guys know that my opinion is not going to be pulled in any way by either factors. I'm not going to be a Taleworld hater, and I'm not going to be a Taleworld sympathizer. I'm going to be exactly down the middle. So that way you know that I am not being pulled by anybody, and my honest opinion is truly going to be my honest opinion. And I wanted you guys to know that because I want you to know exactly where I'm coming from when I do these videos. I don't do these videos just to get views and just to be able to make money, because I don't make money on this. I'm not partnered on YouTube. I don't make a penny off of any of the content that I put up here. I don't get anything from Taleworld. I have no sponsorships or nothing. So these are coming from just myself as a fan of the game. All the way back 10 years ago from Warband. And that is what I want you guys to know. So when I come off at times where I might be frustrated, you're getting those true frustrated feelings from me. That's exactly how I feel. Do I try to convey that in my videos? No. Does it come out maybe? Yeah, that's possible. I don't ever intend it to be that way. I try my very best that when I do make a video, that I'm always trying to be as upbeat as possible. However, when things start happening over and over again in a game, I think a lot of people can sympathize that you will get frustrated and that will come out. But I don't want you guys to think that I don't enjoy the game, that I don't enjoy doing this content, and that I don't enjoy spending time talking to you guys. That is not it at all. That has nothing to do with it. So when I do come off that way, it is literally general frustration. And it only comes about when I have to deal with things that continuously happen over and over and over again. And I could literally sit here for hours and hours giving you examples as to what I mean. Now, you might be able to come back and say, well, then why are you even playing the game if you feel this way? It's because I love the game. You could say the same thing about Star Wars. Why do you even watch Star Wars if you're going to bitch about it? Well, because you might like Star Wars. You might not like it at that point, but you still like it in general. I may not like the direction that they're going at this point, but it doesn't mean I don't love the game. I just don't like what they're doing at this point. So that's the problem that I have, is the direction that they're in, not the product itself. I think Bannerlord is one of the greatest games that I've ever played. I love it to death. I have probably more hours into Bannerlord than virtually anybody in the world. I have well over 2,000 hours into this. I can't even keep track how many, because a lot of times I'm not on Steam. So it doesn't record my time. I don't get on Steam when I'm actually recording or streaming, so it doesn't record that. But that's how much I love the game. So when it does come out and I do sound like that, it is not generally because I'm that type of a person. It's because I naturally get frustrated, and I'm like everybody else. I'm a human being as well, and I get frustrated. Do I want that to come out? No, I don't want it to come out. When I make this content, I want you guys to be entertained. I want you to be able to get away from your problems and just have something else to concentrate on. So I try my best not to let that happen. There will be times in which I will let that come out, and that would maybe be in a beta branch video or something specific I make on a specific topic, but not so much in the playthroughs. However, it does come out. I try my best not to let that happen, but I am human as well, and I am not perfect. So I just wanted to let you guys know my feelings. I do appreciate that person's post that told me that, because that made me think about it more and more, where if that person hadn't said it, I probably wouldn't be thinking about it right now, and that wouldn't give me the time that I needed to reflect upon it to maybe be able to see that, yeah, okay, I need to try to take a step back a little bit more when I am recording and maybe not try to be too overly critical and save that maybe for the beta branches. So it's not like I don't appreciate that. I very much do. But I want you guys to know that I do enjoy the content. I do enjoy the game. I do enjoy talking with you guys. But always know I am never going to hold back any punches. I'm going to call it exactly how I see it. I've called out Taleworld. I told them on a Friday that they've done a great job. And on the very next Tuesday, I've criticized them. I will call it exactly how I see it. That is something that is never going to change. I will fight to make this game the best that it can be. And I'm doing it not only for me, but I'm doing it for you guys as well. Because I know people get upset as well, and they let me know that, and they're not happy with it, and some people just don't want to play the game. And I feel for them because it shouldn't be that way. They should want to be able to play the game. But this is how passionate I am about the game. And it's something that's never going to change. I will always be passionate about the game. But when I see them doing things that is complete head scratching, going, what in the hell are you doing? Yeah, it gets me frustrated. It makes my blood boil. It pisses me off. Yes, it does. Can I get that way? Yes. Do you guys see that? No, not really. Because I try to keep it from you. Because I don't think that's what you guys are coming here for, is to see that side of me. I think a lot of people like to see that I'm actually a little more calm and cool than a lot of other YouTubers are. Because if not, they would just go to those other YouTubers for what they offer instead of what I offer. However, I did want to bring this to you to let you guys know my exact feelings on everything that's going on with Bannerlord, the devs, my channel, and how I am. So I'm always going to stick up for you guys. I'm always going to try to help out whenever possible, but I'm going to do what I can to make it the greatest I can. Just realize I'm always going to be unbiased and never hold back any punches. That's how I'm going to be. Whether it's the demise of me or it's the rise of me, I accept that. Whether I have 10,000 subscribers tomorrow or 0, I'm fine with it. Because I know I'm being true to myself. I don't want to be anybody else. I want to be myself. And I can live with whatever that will become. So when you hear me that way, I'm going to try to make sure that that's not during playthroughs. That it's only for something specific. But when it does happen, I want you to know that it's because, like a person that is normal, I get frustrated too. And I don't try to have it come out, but sometimes it does come out. But it is not intended. So I just wanted to speak my mind. It's New Year's Eve. Call it my New Year's resolution. I mean, I don't know how else to call it. This might even go over well because most people by this time now will be into their second 12 pack. So maybe it'll come out a little bit better. So as far as that's concerned, you guys know my thoughts. I hope they actually get roguery fixed like they said it was fixed in 1.5.6, which it's still not fixed. So then maybe that way I can continue with the rogue playthrough. Or maybe they'll get engineering done so I can do the general playthrough. Or maybe they'll get death fixed correctly so I can do a death live stream. Or maybe they'll get trade easier so I can actually make a trader. Or maybe they'll get blacksmithing finally done so I can do a You could see my point. I have 5 different playthroughs in mind and I can't technically do a single one of them because every single one has a problem. That's why I get frustrated. Because I want to put out content and I can't put out content because they have problems with all this content. So that's what gets me frustrated. I'm sitting here without being able to really put out the content that I want to because they can't get the stuff fixed. And which I know if I just call up a modder could probably get it fixed for me in 30 minutes. And I would expect Taleworld to do it. And I don't want a mod because I do like testing for them. I figure if I'm testing, I'm helping to create a game for them. So I wanted to express my opinions, whether it's right, whether it's wrong, whether you agree or whether you don't. That's fine with me. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. You have yours, I have mine, and I will completely respect your opinion if you think I'm wrong. I absolutely do. If you step into this channel, I'm not going to criticize you for your opinion. I would never do that. Everybody has their own, and they're entitled to it. But I just wanted to let you guys know personally, not from a Bannerlord content, but from a personal YouTuber's perspective, how I exactly feel and how I treat this game. So that way you can better understand that if that does happen to come out, you know why it's coming out. And it may not be intentional. So until 2021, I hope you all take care, and thanks for watching.